Exciting to meet here in the Wellness Center, which is fairly new to our campus, and the students are going to share more about why we chose this location this year. Pushing themselves to take risks and get out of their comfort zone, allowing themselves to be more open and form bonds and collaborate not only with each other but with many other people in our school community and beyond. So it's been beautiful to see how this experience has impacted them throughout this year. And I'm not going to share too much because they're going to share a lot more with you about it. But this year they chose to focus on wellness and mindfulness as important parts of having a healthy community. So they've done a lot of amazing work this year surrounding that, and they're going to be the ones to impart you with that journey and this knowledge that they've acquired and how they've contributed to their community and how they'll continue to have an impact. So it's been a wonderful, amazing experience seeing how they've taken what they've learned and applied it and been empowered to make a difference. And it's going to be inspiring for us to all witness and recognize and celebrate them this evening. So thanks again so much for being here. We really appreciate it. And I'm going to turn the floor over to Christian, because usually Christian says a few words. Our AP Christian Hins, who supported this program from the beginning. So if you could just
Hey everyone, thank you for coming out. This is amazing. It's so apropos because May is, does anyone know what May is in terms of a month, a monthly theme? What's that? Well, I was hoping for somebody maybe not.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. It's mental health awareness month. I'm so just amazed by all this. I mean, wellness and mindfulness is something for everyone. It's universal. And we see, in this digital age with students and nationwide surveys, reports everywhere, stress, anxiety, so many things that young people are dealing with. And then you add these components of social media, and the pressures can be overwhelming. So giving students and staff and families and the community opportunities to learn different coping mechanisms, resources in the communities, ways that we can help one another and ourselves. I mean, it's just, it really changes the whole orientation of our community and begins to kind of depathologize mental health. So mental health is something we all deal with. We all deal with stress, depression, anxiety, trauma. So the question is, how are we going to come together and really have our needs met? And you're about to be blown away because these young people have done incredible work. And I can't tell you, this will outlive all of you. You're creating quite a wonderful legacy. And I'm elated. This is like a dream come true. So thank you all for coming. And may I pass it off to them?
Yeah.
All right. Let's give it up.
So our presentation for you guys is called The Benefits of Mindfulness. Wellness is healthy for everyone. My name is Eli.
I'm America.
Hello guys, my name is Eduardo.
My name is Blaine. I'm T.
And I'm Frank.
And
We are the Rite of Passage. So the Rite of Passage. What the Rite of Passage is a chance for students to study and learn about the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And we do that through small activities, which is community bonding activities, or whether it's small field trips to do artwork. And I gotta say, it's been an amazing opportunity, an amazing experience here.
So each year, the Rite of Passage group does something called the Community Action Project. And basically what the Community Action Project is we as students seek out in our community to create some kind of change, usually inspired by the UDHR. So this year we picked the articles that we feel are most relevant and impact us as a group, which are Articles 19, 24, and 25. Article 19 being the right to express your own opinion, 24 being the right to rest and leisure, and 25 being access to adequate health care. So with that, we really wanted to address our number one goal, which is addressing the high levels of stress and anxiety that many people feel along this campus and our community. And with that, we decided to collaborate with the Wellness Center, and we created a logo, as you can see up here, with our project, Wellness is Healthy for Everyone. With that, we also created some flyers, as you'll see there, and we overall tried to promote mindfulness and wellness as a whole.
And with all that in mind, today's lineup will be wellness, mindfulness, the vagus nerve, its connections, some strategies to cope with it, and to cap it all off, we'll have an activity at the end.
So wellness. Wellness, as we have here, is all about balance, responsibility, and acceptance, which is not an easy thing to do, mentioning that people work 8 hours a day, or students go to school for 8 hours a day. But it's an important thing to balance through your emotional, physical, and spiritual needs, which I'm basically saying is try to balance your work, family, and personal time, which is so important, our leisure time. And as well, I have a quote here that goes along with wellness, which is the state of being well is actively making choices towards oneself, enabling a healthy and fulfilling life. Basically saying, making wise decisions as small as instead of eating an apple, or instead of eating a donut, you eat an apple. So small actions like that then leads us to bigger changes.
Mindfulness. It's a big concept, but what is it? To me, mindfulness means being aware of what's going on in the present and being able to make constant connections with it.
So there are benefits to mindfulness. So it reduces the amount of anxiety or stress that you have on a regular basis. It improves a bunch of functions in your body. It helps whatever type of emotions you have, or you just often feel, you know? And also, it just hands you a sense of relief.
So now I'm going to be talking about the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is the nerve that connects your brain to your body. It allows your brain to monitor and receive information about your body's different functions. So there are sensory functions which affect like your heart, your lungs, your brain, things like that. There are also motor functions which affect your muscles, and also relaxation, your stress, and how you cope with it. And how the vagus nerve relates to mindfulness is that it helps you relax with deep breathing. It helps you decrease inflammation while also increasing circulation. It helps lower your heart rate and blood pressure. It also helps you deal with stressful situations and help you cope with anxiety and stress.
So mindfulness strategies. Here we have action, breathing, and centering, also known as the ABCs, which is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Action, which can simply be just taking a break from work, whether you're working at a desk or you're working at a walking around job. Just stop for a moment and just stretch. You know, your muscles are tired. So moving gives us a sensation and makes us feel good, which also goes along with breathing. Taking 1 to 5 minutes on focusing on your breath will really give you a sensation of rebooting and will keep you going throughout your day, which then comes down to centering. Well, now that you've done action and breathing, A and B, you are now more centered.
So now we'll be talking about some health and wellness community resources in our own community. The first one is the Wellness Center, which is the room we're in right now, D3. The Wellness Center is great because anybody here at Arroyo can come whether they feel like talking to somebody or if they don't feel like talking to somebody. You know, in high school there tends to be a lot of drama, so the Wellness Center is a great place to come for like some peer mediation to kind of resolve the conflict, but as well as if you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed out about life at home or life at school, whatever it is, the Wellness Center is a great place for you to just come and not talk, you know, kind of reflect and be on your own. And we also have like art activities that you can do to kind of relax. Then we have La Clinica, which is a health clinic over at SLZ over there. It's a great place because it offers health services for anybody who needs it, regardless of your background or status. None of that matters when it comes to this health clinic. And the great thing about the Reach Ashland Youth Center is that it's kind of a combination of both the Wellness Center and the health clinic over at SLZ, because it provides you with all sorts of art activities, and there's a fitness center, which is really important for staying active and healthy. And then in the back, there's a health clinic, which is also free and available to anybody who needs it. Personally, I'm kind of an artsy person, which is really great because over at Reach, now that I'm a member, which is completely free, I get to take an art class, which is completely free. And the great thing about it is that it's taught by somebody who works at Pixar. So somebody who, you know, built a career out of art, which is not an easy thing to do and is super talented at it, and is teaching to the youth of this community for free.
And so, after establishing these concepts and gaining understanding of it, we feel that it's really important to practice what you preach. So, because after all, what's the point of having knowledge if you're unable to apply it? So can everyone please close their eyes and listen to the sound of my voice? Imagine being a flower, rooted to the ground, the sun, its rays shining upon you, from petal to leaf, from stem to root, water crossing the xylem as if it was blood in your veins. Let the sun shine on you. Let it open you up and be encumbered by it. It's soft, warm, and bright. Now feeling as a strange type of beauty. The type of magic that people run away from and run back to when it's too late. Open your eyes. Do you guys feel relaxed?
Purple. Purple is a really cool color. Personally, it's one of my favorites. And as you all know, purple is a mixture of both blue and red. So it's kind of like a spectrum. And whether you're more blue or you're more on the red side, it's really great because we're all deserving of purple. And we all have some type of purple in us. Purple being Article 25 from the UDHR, access to adequate living standards. Purple is something we are all deserving of.
The color and Rite I chose to connect was turquoise and Article 25, which is the right to an adequate living and health standard. The reason I chose turquoise was because it's a mix of green and blue, and those are the colors that I felt represented life. Blue representing water, which all living organisms need, and green being signs of life.
So trees, they're green. I chose the color green to go along with Article 25. Everyone has the right to food, clothes, shelter, medical care, and as well as mothers and children have the right to special care and assistance. The reason I chose the color green was because I felt like the color green resonates with life. Just because we are alive, we deserve this right. Green represents the wellness in ourselves. I was also seeing green as nature and the nature around us and how that connected to the care that we need.
As for me, I chose the color gold to represent Article 18. Article 18 is the right to religion, but when I think of religion, I don't see it as a building or how to live a good life. I simply see it as a relationship with God, a God who is patient and kind, a God who doesn't envy or boast, nor is he proud or dishonoring of others. He is not self-seeking or easily angered, and by grace through faith keeps no record of wrong. For God does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth, forever hallowed in its beauty. To not be in a relationship with him is akin to not having anything.
As for me, I chose the color yellow. To me, this color, it just stands out. And it more so connects to Article 19, which is the freedom to just speak, say whatever you want to say without being judged, and just having a voice of your own. And the color yellow, it's like the sun. It's the first thing you wake up in the morning to.
Brown. Brown represents Article 18, which is freedom of belief. Brown is all the colors in the rainbow mixed up. And to me, it represents freedom of belief because freedom of belief is the ability to believe in whatever you want. It doesn't matter if two different people have different religions. In the end, we're all human. We're all deserving of the same things.
How many of you have a cell phone? If you could please take it out and hold it up. Now, put down your phone.
That's your phone.
4 hours a day. 4 hours a day I spend time with you. Taking all my powers away when I'm with you. Unable to break away when I'm with you. Inhibited and dismayed because of you. Even in the shower I'm stuck with you. I just want to get away from you. From the faintest sound, from a subtle vibration, you make me answer with no hesitation. 4 hours a day I've lost from you. But I'm all alone when I'm without you. How can I go on when I'm without you? Once in darkness, now I see light. Encumbered by blessings, no need for a plight. So in 4 hours a day, do I really need you? For I'm never alone, even when I'm without you.
Put it down. Just for a little while. A day or an hour. Put down your phone. Creating stress? No need for that. Too many times does it disconnect us from the moment. Put down your phone. Feeling the phantom vibration? You might be controlled by it. Using it on an average of 4 hours a day? That's a waste of time. Put down your phone. We have the people around us to chat with and get to know them. Just for a little while. A day or an hour. Put down your phone.
Everybody stop. Relax and breathe. Can you hear it? Do you feel it? Your phone is ringing and you feel this itch. It interferes every waking moment, but that's what it is, an itch. 4 hours a day is all it takes. 4 hours a day is the price you'll pay. The cure? Put down your phone.
When's the last time you put your phone down and really lived your day? When's the last time you left your house and locked your phone away? When's the last time you had a problem and didn't Google it but used your brain? When's the last time you really thought if your phone is causing you emotional pain? The problem is we don't stop and think about all the issues our phone causes us. We get stressed and our lifespan shrinks till we use our phone 4 hours too much.
Put down your phone.
Go out alone.
Don't be another technological clone.
If you have a vagus nerve, you're prone.
Express like a disease.
You're at a company's ease.
Your brain is trained to melt cheese.
This is my human rights wish for you. You will own a house and be secure in your belongings.
This is my wish for you. You will forever have grace and peace in the midst of your circumstances.
This is my wish for you. You'll be able to express your thoughts and unpopular opinions without worrying about what others will think.
This is my human rights wish for you. You will never feel or be treated less than due to your social or economic status.
This is my wish for you. You will always have a voice despite what others say about you, and you will never go through anything again.
Excuse me? Oh, sorry. This is my wish to you. You will get through your challenges and grow and become a better version of yourself.
So the food I chose was pretzels, because no matter which way you create them, a traditional twist in bites with pepperoni on top, salt, any other toppings or fillings, they're always delicious. The reason I chose pretzels is because no matter which way people organize themselves or come together, we're all equal and deserving of the same love.
Elote. So many different and delicious flavors, all in this one cup. I remember driving down East 14 with my family from my childhood, and it gives me this warm and nostalgic feeling. The four of us drive down to Guadalajara, all craving some elote, some warm elote. You may have never heard of it. In my town and my family, we call it esquites. And this flavor is part of mi cultura, my culture. Elote, undocumented and unafraid.
Bananas really are the perfect fruit. Look at how elegantly the peels lay on your hand. Its circumference is perfect for its shape, and it's curved for easy access. Another cool thing about bananas is that the color tells you when it's right to eat. Green, not so much. Yellow, just right. But then yellow with the brown spots, even better. But the reason why I chose a banana is because it represents creation. You don't question how a builder was made because there was a builder. You don't question how a painting was made because there was a painter. So that really just shows that we have been made by the Creator. Even though we are broken and have nothing to give, He still chose to love us. A king came down not to be served, but to serve, paying the price that we deserved on the cross. And it's that act of love that I truly have hope in the world as it could be.
Grapes. Grapes represent that we are all one. They all may be facing different directions, different sizes, slightly different colors, but they are all connected through a singular line. Grapes show that we may all have different problems, different difficulties that we go through, but in the end, we can all relate to each other. We all face the same situation. Can we take some food to the
Oh, pass them around, you guys. It's red. Sour at first, but very sweet. Very delicate with small seeds. Take a bite of this sweet strawberry that I grew, and realize how sometimes life can be furious, but you will always be sweet.
Ice cream. Because you're a monster of someone who broke her heart. All she wanted to do was manage to be solid again. Like that. It's like she lost herself, but she never wants to lose the relationship of just being friends with him.
So you guys are welcome to pass around the food like I was saying, and you guys are welcome to get a bite of food real quick and come back and...
Where's the banana?
Oh,
More about it. I was first introduced to the EHR when I was just a sophomore in high school, and as soon as I was introduced to Rite Passage, following with the EHR, I knew that I wanted to learn more about the book. Now that I've been in Rite Passage for almost 2 years now, I think back on how much I have accomplished in that amount of time. During that time, I have done a project called the Radical Rite Project. Following with other girls that I was so glad to work with and continue being friends with to this day. And now that I'm doing it again, I don't ever regret it at all. It truly was one of the best decisions that I ever made to do the Rite of Passage again. Because I know that I'm making such a big impact on my community and continue to inspire as many. Recently, I'm working on a new project with another amazing group called the Wellness is Healthy for Everyone Project, and continuing to make an impact on my community. What this project means to me is being able to create an impact, promote the Wellness Center, showing how wellness and mindfulness are two important things. And lastly, being able to work with amazing people to make this action happen. Throughout my experience being in Rite of Passage, it definitely has changed my life. And it surprises me how the time just it flies. Every time we meet every Tuesday to discuss things for our project, getting closer as a group, inspiring others. Throughout this journey, I have grown much stronger than I was before. Before, I was insecure. At the age of 15 to 16, I wasn't confident, I wasn't strong, I wasn't brave, I didn't think I was enough. At the age of 16 to 17, as of right now, I am proud to say that I am strong, confident, brave, and I am enough.
Woo!
Last year, I spoke in front of the entire school about what happened at the Parkland High School shooting. Then a loaded gun on campus at Arroyo. And I did a performance for Rite of Passage in front of parents, teachers, administrators, etc. In other words, what pushed me was Miss Santian. That inspired me to speak in front of an audience. I have heard a thing for making me feel strong in myself again. While I was doing this, I was told by teachers that I couldn't do it, that I couldn't speak in front of the school. Following with that, I proved that teacher wrong by looking at him in the eye as I spoke in front of the entire school. Now looking back, no one asked me to do this or sign up to do it. I chose to be in Rite of Passage because I want to do some good in my community, make an impact, and prove that a little girl like me has a big heart inside a small body, but with a voice that wants to be heard. In conclusion, this is my journey being in Rite of Passage, and I hope to continue doing this until I graduate from high school.
There was a girl sitting all alone. Instead of socializing, she was on her phone. She was tired, stressed, and in pain. So many thoughts inside of her brain. Then she found a sudden burst of light. It came closer, within sight. It was a group of people that was just like her, people who want to help their community grow. She met with them every single week and slowly gained the ability to speak. The longer she spent helping others, the more love and hope that she gathered. She started learning mindfulness techniques, doing breathing, stretching, and creative activities. Then she began learning about the UDHR, learning about the different articles and parts. There was Article 19, the freedom of opinion, and Article 24, the right to rest and leisure. And lastly, Article 25, the right to an adequate living standard. With all that knowledge, she began to grow and help the Wellness Center become more well-known. She began to present to many classes and will continue to spread the idea of wellness to the masses. I just want to say that I'm so thankful I was given this opportunity to join Rite of Passage. And not only did I learn about the UDHR, mindfulness, and what it means to be well, but I also learned more about myself and what it means to help my community grow.
I am part of the 2018-2019 Rite of Passage group, here to explain how my experience and journey has gone and is still going to this day. Since mid-September, I have stayed after school on Tuesdays for an opportunity to study the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. along with 5 other students. The bond we created as a group was one that led us to innovate new ideas that changed our school community. Although not always easy to make it after school on Tuesdays, my commitment to the group was always there. Looking to make a change for myself and community with the support of the students in the Rite of Passage is what also led me to come back every Tuesday to our meetings. Some of the things I have gained from being here has been things like self-motivation, confidence with speaking to new people, as well as risk-taking or taking the opportunity to try something new. The impact that our Rite of Passage group has done is amazing, making a logo for our wellness center and flyers as well as doing small presentations to classes about what our group is about. Overall, the journey is not done yet, but the courage to become a better version of myself has grown through the time I've been in the group. A sense of community through activities we do has also brought me awareness of my emotional intelligence. What the experience was like in the Rite of Passage group was a wonderful journey in my self-discovery, managing myself to then build and make the right choices for a brighter future.
As for me, I didn't really think much of it when I joined Rite of Passage. I simply saw it as something to do after school. But after making new friends, creating new experiences, and being part of everything that Rite of Passage has to offer, it truly was a blessing. Because I learned that just because I'm one person, I'm still capable of making big changes. It's akin to a mustard seed, the smallest of all seeds, but when planted, it grows to be the tallest tree. And it's because of Rite of Passage that I can finally embrace my calling and pursue to become a leader.
While being in Rite of Passage and through studying the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, as well as learning about emotional intelligence and mindfulness, I've learned the importance of my own social and emotional well-being. By practicing mindfulness every Tuesday afternoon and focusing on little things like my breathing or posture, appreciating the little things has taught me to put my health and wellness first. I've also grown to appreciate living in a society where, for the most part, I'm given access to what the UDHR advocates for. Additionally, with the Community Action Project, Rite of Passage has been a wholesome and creative outlet. As a whole, the Rite of Passage experience has given me friendship, wellness, community feeling, and inspiration. A year ago, I had no idea what the vagus nerve was. Today, I know just how important everyone's vagus nerve is. I also learned that cortisol is the name for the flight or fight response, and little things such as technology usage can trigger this, inducing several stress times throughout the day. Throughout the day, you can do little things like mindfulness techniques like moving your fingers, counting your breathing, or making noticings around the room to take a step back and center yourself. Art has always been a passion of mine, but with being granted the opportunity to design the Wellness Center logo and have it be recognized was genuinely rewarding. We've also centered some of our projects on the UDHR, which has been quite beautiful to hear different perspectives and learn more about different people's experiences and how the UDHR applies to their life. I've grown to be more passionate than ever about equality and taking care and helping others who can't necessarily help themselves, all while figuring out how to help myself.
What exactly is Rite of Passage? To me, it was the only leisure time I encountered this year. Yes, there was the occasional free day in one class or another, but they can't compare. We've been meeting since September. It's been a journey. There have been little downs, but way more highs. Being in this group has been a plane ride. I've met so many wonderful people. My mind grew as high as a steeple. Learning about these rights has by far been my favorite thing I've learned in school. From the right to leisure and the freedom of opinion, we should have all of these. For until then, we are merely just peas. Peas in a pod that will never crack open, just wilt. If we don't grant these rights, we will forever carry the guilt. For what I have learned this year has armed me. Like a soldier heading off to battle, I am ready for nearly everything coming my way. We did not only gain knowledge from this group, but we also learned to respect. Respect not only others, but also Mother Earth. Just like Article 13 states, it does not matter where mothers give birth. Our basic freedoms that we learn about in grade school teaches us that we have the freedom to think whatever we want. But as I learned through this group, classmates of mine are still afraid to speak their truth. Crippling anxiety is turning us into robots. Maybe we just need a secure spot. The Wellness Center is a great resource, as we have highly emphasized. We might as well get some mental help before our boat becomes capsized.
That was amazing. I'm so full of pride and joy and hope and respect for these amazing young people. And just, I'm overwhelmed with watching them up here. So thank you guys for being here to acknowledge and celebrate them. Before we move on to eating and drinking and socializing together, we have some speakers who are also here to celebrate and recognize these 6 young leaders. And tonight, we have the honor of having Alexis Horn. She's our school counselor here. It's up to you. It's up to you. And Laura Mitchell-Morton. She's been a part of this journey.
I feel weird being in the middle.
That's fine. What you
So Alexis and I are 1/3 of the Wellness Center team, along with Kira Stafford, who's a social work intern who wasn't able to be here today. But we just wanted to really appreciate the Rite of Passage students. So we started out, this is our first year having the Wellness Center open at Arroyo, and we did classroom presentations to students about the Wellness Center and supports available, but students are a much better advocate for getting other students here than we are as staff members. So we went and met with the Rite of Passage students, just telling them about what supports were available in the Wellness Center, and then they were able to come up with the flyer that you see there, and then also the logo, and helping to promote our student open house. And so we are just so grateful for their help.
And so when we started this wellness center, it was literally a room. That's it. And we started with bare bones, and we pretty much been running on bare bones. We've had a lot of stuff going on, but I feel like it's only at this point in the year, after all of the work that they've put in, that really brought life to this room and brought inspiration to this room. And I know for myself, having the PR of students is huge. And when we had an open house, I mean, they were pretty much the people here. And it was really exciting to see some interest, like trying to grow. And what my excitement is that we are able to carry this momentum forward and take it to the next step, whatever that is for next year. And I don't know if you guys pick a different theme every year. Hopefully it's mindfulness next year. Like my goal is for you guys to take it more for yourselves and like lead workshops and stuff that you guys feel like is important and help bring more life into the space that we have that is our skeleton crew.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. And
We got t-shirts.
You guys wear them tomorrow.
Yes, I'm also going to turn the floor over to Sandy Sokot. She's the director of the World as It Could Be, this program in the hospital.
It is wonderful to now be having witnessed your incredible work. I hope that all of you feel terrific about what you've done. And it has just been a true privilege as well as pleasure to be spending Tuesday afternoons with this group and to see what has progressed over this year. And you got to see the slideshow and information that these young people put together. I got to watch them do it in a couple of their classes and know that they presented to over 250 students here to help really educate their peers on what it means to be well and how to tackle some of the challenges that we all face. And I'm so impressed. So, terrific. Kudos to you.
Yes.
I have another some people who are our representatives in our community, from local to national, who are here to commend these students for their work. So I'd like to welcome from different offices around our local area to the state to the national. And I'm going to first start from Supervisor Nate Miley's office. And I'm happy, we're going to start with the local and keep going. I'd like to welcome Hillary Bass, who happens to be my daughter. Office members of Supervisor Miley regretted that they could not actually be here, but we're very happy that Hillary could present on their behalf.
I'm a surrogate staff to everybody. So it's a real pleasure to be here for so many reasons. One being that this is the opportunity for people to learn about the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is a passion and it's a value of my mom, and it's something that I wish that everybody would value, because it really truly is a path forward to making things better in this world. And it's hard to do, and it takes a lot of grit to keep pushing forward and to keep passing it forward and to keep figuring out how to execute and implement a world that could be better. And so I'm extremely honored to be Sandy Sokod's daughter and to continue to be here and witness this amazing work that you guys are doing each year. And it's awesome to be here and see Debbie, who I've worked with in the school district for many years, and it's really good to see you again. There's a lot of people that, over years, we all are trying to do good work to make this community a better place, and it takes a lot of effort. So I've spent a lot of time working with Supervisor Miley and with Supervisor Chan's office, so I am honored to read this on behalf of Supervisor Miley, and this is to all of you. It is with great pleasure that I congratulate you on your participation in the World as It Could Be Human Rights Education Program and for your efforts to improve the communities of Ashland, Castro Valley, Cherryland, and San Lorenzo. Through your participation in this annual program, you have learned about the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, engagement, community vibrancy, and about the importance of strong community partners. You continue to bring an increased sense of hometown pride as you selflessly give back to the residents of District 4 and of Alameda County. You serve as an exemplary role model to your fellow students and to all those you meet. Thank you for your service and congratulations. So I just, because I'm standing here, I have to keep standing here for just a minute. So I also work for the Sheriff's Office, Alameda County Sheriff's Office, and we're all sort of public servants trying to make something better in institutions where it's hard to make things better, but you have to keep trying. And I want to read you something that someone gave me recently that I am now reading almost every day as I enter my own office. I've posted it on my office, and I want to read it to you today because this era of where this threshold that you're crossing, where you're crossing from young person into slightly older young person who's willing to do something different and more for the community, there's something important to remember. And it's something that I have to remind myself every day, so I'm going to read it to you. And to those of us who are trying to do something good every day. It's called Anyway. People are unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Love them anyway. If you do good, people will accuse you of ulterior motives. Do good anyway. If you are successful, you win false friends and true enemies. Succeed anyway. The good you do today will be forgotten tomorrow. Do good anyway. Honesty and frankness make you vulnerable. Be honest and frank anyway. People favor underdogs that follow only top dogs. Fight for some underdogs anyway. What you spend years building may be destroyed overnight. Build anyway. People really need help, but may attack you if you help them. Help people anyway. Give the world the best you have, and you may get kicked in the teeth. Give the world the best you've got anyway. That's by Kent Heath.
I think we'll be posting that widely. We'll distribute that. Thank you. I'd like to now welcome Jared Salvas to represent Supervisor Wilma Chan's office.
Jared Savas, I'm District Director for Supervisor Wilma Chan. I do have something I'm going to read from Supervisor Chan in just a moment, but I just want to say before that to all of you how impressed with and inspired by you I am, and I think everyone in this room would agree. I was here last year as well. I know it was somewhat of a different group, but every year, just the amount of dedication you put into this and commitment to your community is very, very inspiring. I think in communities throughout this country, we often have people who say, you know, there's a problem. They say, that's not my problem. There's nothing I can do about it. And what is really impressive to me is, even at this age, you're already saying, there is something I can do about it. There is a difference I can make. And I just encourage you to keep making that difference, keep doing something about it as you go forward in your lives. Because that's the best part, is you're just at the beginning of your journey. You have a lot you can accomplish and a lot you can give to the community and the people who live in it. So I wish you all the best, and thank you for being such wonderful representatives of Rites of Passage. And just on behalf of Supervisor Chan, she says, congratulations on completing The World as It Could Be is Within Reach Rites of Passage program at Arroyo High School. I commend you for the commitment you have made to learn about the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, what makes a community healthy and vibrant, and the importance of being a caring, engaged member of such a community. This effort will contribute greatly to having a community that nurtures equality, justice, and dignity, and is filled with possibility for everyone. I wish you success in all your future endeavors. Signed, Wilma Chan, Supervisor, 3rd District.
I'd now like to welcome Rishma Khastri, who is representing the State Senator Bob Wajkowski, and presenting a certificate on behalf of Senator Wajkowski, as well as State Assemblyman Bill Quirk.
I just want to start off by saying our officers are so impressed. This is my first year coming here, and I was left completely speechless. I do want to read something on behalf of Assemblyman Bill Quirk and Senator Wajkowski. They both want to congratulate you on your accomplishments and thank you for all the hard work you've put in. And in recognition of your participation, we would like to commend your commitment you've made to learning and putting your time in, and we commend you for your humanitarian service and being an inspiration to us all. Congratulations on your outstanding and inspirational service in the Bay Area, the state of California, and beyond. And we definitely know you guys will be the shining stars of our state. Thank you.
I'm also very happy to invite up Mallory DeLauro, who is from perhaps our next president, Eric Swallow.
Good evening. I'm the District Director for Congressman Eric Swallow. First of all, if any of you ever want or need an internship in the future, call me. And please, you're fabulous. It's remarkable what you've done. We have certificates for you as well that express the same sentiment as has been expressed. Your commitment to learning about the UDHR is, you're going to find that you're a new source of gravity. People will be drawn to you because of the knowledge you've acquired and how you're utilizing it in your community. So thank you. You've taken something that is meant to remind everyone of humanity as a whole and the importance of it and what our needs are. And this year in particular, you turned that and used that as a way to remind yourself and your community of what it means to be human. And that is a worthy endeavor. So congratulations.
By thanking all of you for being here, because what really makes this a rite of passage, not only for our youth to go through this whole process, is to have their family and friends and members of the community witness their work and celebrate and commend them for that work. And that's what makes us a community. And that's what helps us really be vibrant and thriving, that we are connected to the young people, that we are here to really be with them all the way, that we are all connected. And it's not just them forging their way, but it's all of us together. And I'm so appreciative that you're here to take part in this. Thank you.
So right now, we want to invite you guys to get up. We're actually going to form a circle around these amazing young people here. Do let these hand over this round move apart. Around this. Yes. We're going to be in the center, and it's okay to spread around this way. How are you? It's fine, just right over here. Center. Yeah, the center was a full house. It's a real big circle.
We have to, you can come closer.
So one of the things that we always do when we come together at our meetings is at the end we form a circle and we share appreciations. And I know we have a lot of people here right now, so we want it to be easy for people to do that with the time that we have. So based on what you just experienced, watching these amazing young leaders take what they've learned about the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, apply that in their community through promoting health and mindfulness and wellness, we just wanted to take a moment to recognize them by simply shouting out one word that represents what this experience has felt like to you. So someone just starts it up and other people can follow. It can just be one word.
Motivation.
Dedication. Hope.
Inspiring.
Inspiration.
Joy.
Love.
Courage.
Power.
Healing.
Strong.
Love.
Beauty.
Mindfulness.
Growth.
Spiritual.
Health.
Cool.
Impressed.
Powerful.
Connections.
Future.
Potential.
Transcendence.
Yeah. That one. Taking it to the next level. This is about us recognizing you this time around.
I feel like
This is about us appreciating you.
Commitment.
Commitment. Anyone else? Courage.
Sacrifice.
Self-love.
Important word. And we always end by saying a word that embodies what we experienced in that meeting. And it seems appropriate based on everything that they've worked so hard on this year, and the focus of their community action project, and how important wellness is in all of our lives, whether personally or collectively as a community, that should be our final word. So we always come together, usually we put our fists together in the circle, yes, all together, right? And on the count of 3, with passion, with fervor, we're going to say wellness. 1, 2, 3, wellness! And yes, all of the wonderful fancy catered food is in the hallway. Please enjoy and come back and socialize. Thank you.
Huh?